Hello and welcome back to another video on the Football Zone and to a weekend reviewing Premier League and Championship action. Let's get straight into it with Friday night's action. Aston Villa 2, Leeds 1. Bailey in the 3rd minute gave Villa the lead before Buendia doubled it in the 64th minute. Bamford in the 83rd minute pulled one back for Leeds. It's a game in the end which I think Leeds may feel slightly hard done by, that they didn't get anything from it. But yeah, the slow start there kind of really costing them. But good win for Aston Villa. They continue the momentum in the Premier League, and after a shock result last week against Stevenage, it's good response. Moving on into the Manchester derby, and United 2, City 1 with a score. Grealish gave City the lead in the 60th minute before Bruno Fernandes very controversially equalised in the 78th minute. For me, there's no doubt about it. Rashford did interfere with the play, but the goal stood, and United made full advantage of that with the man himself, Rashford, in the 82nd minute, scoring the winner. Incredible. United, their home form at the moment is just exceptional. City 2 lost in the trot, and the Arsenal in their title charge is looking very, very tough. But United could very well be entering the title race. Moving on into Wolves 1, West Ham 0 at Molineux. This was a very tight game, not a lot separated the sides, but Poland's in the 48th minute goal was the difference. But yeah, like I say, it was a very close game, not much separated the two sides. West Ham will feel hard done by, and pressure really is growing on David Moyes now with West Ham in the relegation zone. But Wolves moving out of it, it's a big win for them. Lopetegui will be buzzing with that. That's a huge result for them. Like I say, but moving on into the City ground where it finished Nottingham Forest 1, Nottingham Forest 2, Leicester 0, sorry. Breen and Johnson were both goals in the 56th and the 84th minute. For me, it's a game that Forest deserve the win. Big win for them. Steve Cooper now doing a really, really good job putting Forest away from trouble. They're up to 13th now, Leicester in 14th. But yeah, a 3-point gap between those two sides. So Steve Cooper really putting away from the relegation zone now. But for Leicester, really pulled his feet. They haven't got going since the World Cup break, and pressure starting to go on Big Brendan Rodgers again. Moving on into Everton 1, Southampton 2 at Goodison Park. O'Neill in the 39th minute with a goal for Everton. Ward-Prowse though in the 46th equalised, and he's got a lovely goal in the 78th minute. Free kick to get the win. On the whole, I would say maybe a draw was fair. So Everton may feel slightly hard done by, but no denying what a great week for Southampton it's been. What a huge win this was, and they're maybe starting still bottom, but starting to pull away from trouble. For Everton, issues only grow. Fans not happy. I think that was clear with boards not attending the game and that sort of stuff. It's just not going well for Everton at the moment, is it? Moving on to Brighton 3, Liverpool 0 at the Amex. All goals in this game came in the second half. Solly March in the 42nd and the 53rd minute, and Danny Welbeck in the 81st minute. This is a game that Brighton dominated, absolutely no doubt about it. The football they're playing under De Zerbi at the moment is incredible. What a season they're having. Just so impressive. But for Liverpool, pressure only growing. It really does feel like they're capitulating, maybe the end of the year era, but they were just torn apart here. Moving on into Brentford 2, Bournemouth 0 at the Brentford Community Stadium. Ivan Toney in 39 minutes from the spot gave Brentford the lead, and in the second half Jensen with a goal. Again that Brentford deserved to win, and it continues their remarkable season in 8th place in the league table. When you look at Bournemouth, really struggling now under O'Neill, you kind of feel like they're only heading one way at the moment, and that is the dreaded R zone. Moving on then to Newcastle 1, Fulham 0 at St James's Park. This was an incredible game. Fulham given what I would say a soft penalty in the 69th minute, but Mitrovic thought he scored it, but no, he kicked it twice, and so the penalty didn't count. And then they made to play for in the 89th minute when Isak got the win for Newcastle, and a huge win for Newcastle, grinding out wins even while not at the best. Did deserve the win, I would say. Their brilliant season keeps on going, but that really was heartbreak for them. But at Stamford Bridge, it finished Chelsea 1, Crystal Palace 0. What a great result this was for Chelsea. Kai Havertz in the 64th minute. Again, they dominated, I would say, or definitely had the best of. Great result for Chelsea, like I say. It's a much needed win. Hopefully that will start giving them some momentum. But Crystal Palace in 12th, disappointing result for them. Even in Chelsea's form, you still feel like it was a bit of a free hit for Crystal Palace. They really would have fancied themselves. But for Chelsea, a big win. Hopefully eases some of the pressure on Potter, and they can start to pick up some form now. Moving on into Tottenham 0, Arsenal 2 at White Hart Lane. And Tottenham, a loss for them, but Arsenal, a huge step towards the title potentially. Lloris with a really awful mistake in the 14th minute gifted Arsenal lead before Odegaard in the 36th minute a lovely goal to give Arsenal the win. It was a bit of afters at full time with Ramsdale being kicked and that. Obviously we condone that and all that. But yeah, for Arsenal, a huge win. Feels like a statement win. They were dominant here. Tottenham miles off it, and it kind of just shows the distance between those two clubs at the moment. But moving on then to the Championship action, and on Saturday it finished Rotherham 4, Blackburn 0 in a shock result. They took the lead in the 4th minute for a Dolphin, but Rathbone, Ferguson and Washington made it 4. But for Rotherham, they've been struggling so much. You definitely didn't see that result coming. But yeah, it's a big win for them. They were just really clinical here. But for Blackburn, big defeat and a concerning one too. And I don't know, it really gets the feeling, but they kind of seen them slightly slip away at the moment from the playoffs. But yeah, still in there. But moving on then to Sunderland 1, Swansea 3 at Stadium of Light. And Luke O'Nien sent off in the 18th minute, probably red I would say. But yeah, that really sent Sunderland on the back foot. But Joel Pirro in the 50th minute gave Swansea the lead before Neil in the 65th minute equalised. So Sunderland did well, but goals from Connor and Cooper in the 70th to 80th minute gave Swansea the win. And it's a game that they kind of dominated. It was always going to be tough for Sunderland, but they put up a decent enough fight. But yeah, Swansea were really, really solid 3 points. Moving on then to Cardiff 1, Wigan 1 at the Cardiff City Stadium. Dara in the 82nd minute gave Cardiff City lead before Will Keane in the 96th minute levelled things up for Wigan. So yeah, for Cardiff taking the lead that late on, not getting the win will be frustrating. But for Wigan, they definitely deserved a point from this. Really, really positive performance. Hopefully we'll get to see more of that from Cody Torres though, because at the moment they are bottom. But yeah, Cardiff sacked Hudson. Maybe feels right a bit soon, but I just don't think it's the right point in the first place, to be honest. But moving on then to Vicarage Road, Watford 2, Blackpool 0 at Vicarage Road. Ademo in the 72nd minute, and it's made us off on the spot in the 87th minute, gave Watford the win. And a result I would say that Watford deserved, to be honest. They were probably the better side here. Big win for them, and they continue marching on. Currently sat in third. They're looking good at the moment for a playoff spot. Obviously top two seem gone, but yeah, Blackpool is always going to be a free hit from this one, but still a disappointing result. Sheffield United 3, Stoke 1 was the score at Bramall Lane. And Denny in the 9th minute, Bogle in the 33rd minute made it 2-0 to the Braves before Powell in first half stoppage time pulled one back, but Bogle in the 90th minute gave Sheffield United the win, secured the win. It's a game which Stoke weren't outplayed or anything like that, but Sheffield United clinical when it mattered, and getting the 3 points and a step closer to their return to the Premier League, but another frustrating result for Stoke. Moving on then to Reading 2, QPR 2, and Reading will definitely be frustrated with this. 2 goals in the first half from Jeff Hendrick made it 2-0 to them. One was a lovely goal, but Roberts in the 65th minute and in the 80th minute, 2 braces for 2 different players in this one, made it 2-2. It's a game that I would say maybe a draw was a fair result. Maybe QPR and will be disappointed that they didn't get the win. But yeah, from Reading team that they'll kind of be disappointed to win. Of course they will be. But yeah, QPR probably a good comeback for them. But moving on then to Deepdale and Preston down on Norwich 4 was the score at Deepdale, like I say. Pookie and Dow with 2 braces each. Great result for Norwich. They absolutely dominated here. For the first game of David Wagner's regime in East Anglia, that was definitely a positive sign, and hopes for them they can get back in the playoffs race. With performances like that, we certainly will see them up there. But for Preston, this was a really frustrating result. They've just not quite clicked really since the World Cup break. But moving on then to Middlesbrough 1, Millwall 0 at the Riverside. One side that's definitely clicked since the World Cup break is Middlesbrough, of course, under Michael Carrick. Forced with the goal in the 54th minute. Wasn't their best performance, but good size win when they're not playing well. When you consider where Middlesbrough were just a few weeks ago to where they are now, 4th in the league table is so impressive. They'll be absolutely buzzing with that. But Millwall, tough place to go, but they'll be disappointed with it still. But moving on into Region 2, West Brom 3 at Kenilworth Road. Morrison and Bay gave Luton a 2-0 lead within 10 minutes, but DK in the 39th minute pulled one back, and then Malumbi and Townsend by the 67th minute from 2-0 down. West Brom were 3-2 up, and I'd say it's no less than West Brom deserved. They played really well here. Great comeback by them. Minton goes under Carlos Corwan, but for Luton, to not get anything from 2-0 up, that'll be a bitter place to swallow, you feel. Moving on, speaking of bitter place to swallow, Hull 1, Huddersfield Huddersfield won with a score at the K-Com. Haylett gave Huddersfield a lead in the 21st minute. They must have thought they would have going to hold on. But in the 98th minute, a stupid hand for Hull scored the equaliser. And yeah, I'd say it's probably what Hull deserved. But for Huddersfield, it's heartbreaking. Means they stay in the relegation zone. For Hull, in 16th on the table, got an 8-point gap to the relegation zone. But yeah, they'll still be absolutely gutted not to win it. And Huddersfield, yeah, gutted not to hold on. So I think both teams, Hull will be delighted, of course, for the last minute equaliser, but it may be disappointed too. But moving on into Turf Moor, Premier League bound Burnley won. Coventry now, again that Coventry will be disappointed with because it took until the 82nd minute for Burnley to get the win. And yeah, they were the best side throughout. Coventry didn't have a shot goal, but they defended really well, to be fair, and could have easily had a draw, but in the end it wasn't to be, so I think they will be slightly disappointed. But yeah, Burnley just another step on the way for them, and now inevitable return to the Premier League after just one season away. But moving on then to Bristol City for Birmingham 2 at Ashton Gate. Really good win for Bristol City this, and they went 2-0 for Ismail Miles before Dingley pulled one back, but Sykes with a brace made it 4-1 and Kedra 4-2. But yeah, on the whole, again that maybe flattered Birmingham, Bristol City in terms of score, but yeah, good win for them, eases some of the pressure on their manager Nigel Pearson. But yeah, for Birmingham, really disappointing result. But yeah, Bristol City, it's a very solid win for them indeed. But anyway guys, that's it again. Thanks so much for watching. To like, share, subscribe, what's going to the final show of the daily football news and subscribe to the channel, would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.